herbicide for one, so that is the cleaning agent that we'll be using. Dish soap to kind of help with the suds, the soapiness, all of that. Water, hot water at that. I would say using distilled water. I wouldn't use tap water just because that's my preference. You can, but that's my preference. And then, of course, you'll need your hair tools. You'll need a towel for drying, so I guess I do have to find a towel. And then, of course, you need containers if I didn't say that already. I think that's it. I think that's everything. So let's see. We'll find out. First, I'm going to clean my microneedle. This actually has a different step to cleaning it. I actually have to use, I think it's alcohol. It's something, but it smells strong because I'm going to start microneedling again. Looks so rusty. I haven't used this in so long, but I'm going to start again because it's been rough. My Denman brush for sure, it's just, yeah, it's just holding all the things. This kind of opens up a little bit, so sometimes stuff gets in it. So I have to take this completely apart. And then I have my hair clips that I use most often. My hair bows, I actually put them in the wash machine whenever I'm washing clothes, as well as my hair scarf. So those I am not doing, plus this would actually ruin them completely. This is my container that I'm going to use to soak everything in. So once my water's at a good temperature, I have it on the stove. I'm going to put everything in here, kind of rinse it off. I'm going to take the hair off of here. And I'm missing my other brush as well, so I'm going to grab that too. But I am using the things that I use most on my hair. I have not cleaned these things since the last time I told y'all to clean yours on Instagram. So it's been a minute, and I feel like that may have played a role into the whole scalp infection thing. But we're going to get there. Okay, so let's get started. So first, I'm going to pour my hot water in here. It's not too hot because I need to put my hands in there to move things around and help do what I need to do. I'm going to start off adding some soap. I really need to get more of this. Okay, so into the whole scalp infection. So recently my scalp had a meltdown tremendously, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what was going on. I was expecting to look at my scalp and it being inflamed. However, that was not the case. My scalp was clear as day. However, now I say clear as day, it just wasn't red. My scalp was not red, which is my usual indicator of inflammation. However, there was some buildup on my scalp that was just unnecessary, shall we say. I have actually been experiencing buildup a lot more lately than I have previously. I've been doing a good job before. I hadn't experienced the scalp buildup on my scalp, but it's been making a debut lately. I'm also going to add, actually I'm not adding herbicide just yet. Well, I'm going to add a sprinkle because why not? That's why I'm going to sprinkle. But it was bad, and my scalp was so sore. So one of my things that I do to kind of see if it's a flare or what's going on is I move my eyebrows, I scratch up my forehead. So I'll do like this. And if you have LPP or you have something, or if you even if you can see your head, your scalp, do this and you can see your head move. It's kind of cool, it's kind of weird, I don't know. But I would do this and I would feel the pain in my scalp, and I'm like, okay, this is not normal and something must be going on. So I took a look and I was like, okay, so it's definitely the scalp I filled up. But so I typically use some hydrogen peroxide to clean my scalp. I'm using this to clean my derma roller. I typically use hydrogen peroxide to clean my scalp because that's what you use to clean wounds, especially when I'm not ready to necessarily wash my scalp, but I want to maybe remove some buildup or make it at least clean before I add my medicine in. So I did that, and I'm patting my scalp. It's so sore. I'm gonna put a picture somewhere so you guys can see what it looked like, but it was so sore. I used a white washcloth just so I could really see what it looked like, and there were blood spots, as well as there was green. And I remember when I was a kid, my nana telling one of my aunts, green is a sign of infection. And I've experienced this before, and I've actually rheumatologist on this before, and they mentioned that it was an infection as well. They gave me medicine for it, so I decided to apply that medicine. Unbeknownst to me, see, this is what happens when you have a doctor that you trust, because I didn't even question it, but I looked it up, and this medicine is also used to treat third-degree burns. Actually, I want to show you guys. This right here, so it's silver sulfadiazine cream. This is also used to treat third-degree burns. Insane. And I'm putting this on my scalp, so please miss me with the it's just hair, because a third-degree burn isn't just a burn, it's a third-degree burn. So this is serious, okay? So I put this on my scalp, but I was so concerned because for one, the buildup has never caused my scalp to be sore like this before, so that was a little iffy for me. I'm used to the buildup just being in the way. If anything, it'll cause my scalp to lift or my hair to lift, like come out, but never has it caused this type of pain. And this is the pain that I typically experience in the winter in the middle of a flare. So I have no clue what was going on. Now, I could try to narrow it down. I know my triggers for a lot of things. However, this right here threw me for a loop. I could try to narrow it down and say that the buildup could be caused by so many things. For one, it could be simply an effect of LPP, which is scalp-like buildup. Like that could simply be an effect of that. However, it could also be because I have not been cleaning my brushes as much as I should. I have been switching up my products a little bit. I also scratch my head often. And when you think about scratching your head, like think of all the things that you touch. Now, I know sometimes when you go to Chick-fil-A, you might grab some fries before you wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer. But when you think of all the things that you touch, and then you're touching a scalp that is sensitive, that is inflamed, that may have open sores, that can be prone to infections, you're opening the door for a world of problems. And maybe it's not you, maybe it's just me. That's fine. I'll accept it because I've definitely have been more hypervigilant in the ways that I used to be about touching my scalp. So at this moment, I still don't know what caused it, but what I am going to do is focus on what I control, and that is cleaning these hair tools. So that's why I'm doing this today. I will say for the infection, so I mentioned folliculitis early on. My scalp has never looked differently. Like it's always pretty much looked the same. And I went to a dermatologist, and it was the guy who asked if I wore hairpiece. We'll get there one day. It was that guy, and he was like, "Oh, it looks like she has folliculitis," and he's telling like the students that are in the room with him, and I'm like, "What is that? Like, tell me. No one's ever mentioned that before. Like, why are you not talking to me? I'm the patient. Like, I want to know answers too." So he's telling them this, and I asked him, like, "Can you tell me more? Like, can you spell it for me? I want to look this up. Like, what's going on?" And one of the students explained it to me, and it's essentially a infection on your scalp. So it can be caused by using new products, buildup of bacteria on your scalp. If you use a lot of oils or a lot of products that sit on your scalp, it can be caused by that. For me, I feel like I've always had this, and part of me feels like it's an effect of LPP. The other part of me feels like it's the same thing that is caused for other people as well. However, it's nothing that they've actually really addressed, which makes me think that maybe it's a part of LPP. However, I am really truly curious as to the opinion of a trichologist on this, because I have seen trichologists like remove buildup that looks very similar to the buildup that I have. And the folliculitis actually is like suffocating the follicles. I thought I saw a bug. Suffocating the follicles of your hair, and I've seen them like clean people's follicles. So I am very interested in hearing or seeing a trichologist about what that looks like and how they treat it, which I am actually making an appointment very soon because I found one here that's local. It's a small business. They opened it earlier this year, and their prices are not extreme. Like places I looked at before, their prices were out of this world, like thousands of dollars, and I'm just like, I can't afford this. Insurance doesn't cover this. Like, what am I going to do? But they are affordable. They seem very kind and informative. So I want to give it a try in the coming weeks, and I want to take you guys along with me. But first, we're going to finish cleaning these brushes. Okay. So I've let this sit. I really kind of just swish it around a little bit because, yeah, there's not really much I can do. And then I'm going to actually take this to the sink. You can see like some stuff floating in here. You can see some things floating in here. That's actually kind of nasty. I'm going to rinse this off in the sink, and then I'm going to bring it back. I should have boiled some more water to kind of rinse everything off. This one I am going to take out of here because I don't think it's not supposed to sit too long. So I am going to take this out while I do that. So BRB. Okay, so my lesson with this recent experience to help prevent scalp infection is 1, stop touching my scalp as much. If I do, I have to wash my hands immediately before and after. Make sure I'm cleaning my hair tools at least every other week. At least. I also am going to I'm going to really push when I go to my visits for them to check for infections and things of that nature and see what can we do about it. Like, I know our focus in it is inflammation, but what can we do about the infections as well? And then lastly, just to be proactive and seeing what there is to offer, I am going to be going to a trichologist at some point very soon so that I can also see what their opinions are, since trichologists are scalp experts. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to link everything that you need to clean your hair tools at home in the description, so you can do this as well to avoid any scalp infections, but also just to remove buildup from your tools. I actually have a brush that I did not clean, and I'm just throwing it away and buying a new one because I think it's too far gone. And it may not, I don't even want to use it at this point. It has to go in the trash. But that's going to be in the description box for you guys. And let me know in the comments how often you clean your hair tools. If you've ever cleaned your hair tools at all, I want to hear from you because maybe I'll be less alone in my inability to clean as often, but we can hold each other accountable. So let me know in the description, in the comments, and we'll talk soon. Bye.